Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the DUDEPOOL Gamescast. We're back from a couple weeks hiatus. We took a little bit of a summer break. Mm-hmm. Some had festivals, others had family to see. Some did drugs, others got really drunk. It was a great time. But we're back, and I'm known everywhere as the Dude 250, a.k.a. Nicky James, and my homie, Taylor Sager, Aliens Exist.
Hey, guys.
Back at it again.
Mm-hmm.
Today we ride.
Riders of Rohan.
We are the Riders of Rohan.
We ride north.
Yes. Yes, we do. We ride into No Man's Sky territory yet again today on the Gamescast. Mm-hmm. But all our other videos were pure speculation and what we thought it might be, and now we've played it.
We've been in that sky.
We've been all up inside of that sky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Deep in the reaches.
Yeah. Yep. We've been in No Man Guy.
In the annals of space.
In the anals of wormholes in space. I haven't gone through a wormhole yet, actually.
No, I haven't seen a wormhole yet.
Nope.
No holes. No,
not in space, anyway.
Yep.
I don't know what that means. I don't know. How you feeling about it so far? If you would like to give a brief review. Taylor Sager's brief review of No Man's Sky.
It could have more in it.
There it is, an apt brief review from Taylor Sager, ladies and gentlemen. A man of very few words, but really drives the whole point home. That's all. That's probably the best review. It doesn't have its head up its own ass like every other review that I've read about it.
Yeah, it's great.
More.
I think everybody was expecting like it to be The Witcher in space that is procedurally generated, and you're never going to see anyone. And
The Witcher, as in terms of like, there's just so much to do.
Yeah, and everywhere you turn, you've got missions and story and everything. And
I never
they
thought
that it was going to be like. I don't know. I just feel like this is the general consensus that they were expecting so much more than what this game was really.
Oh, absolutely.
Saying that it was going to be offering. Maybe they were saying more than what I saw. But from what I saw, it seems like they were just kind of saying that you were just going to be exploring for the most part. And that's
I mean, I watched all of the PR about this fucking game. Yeah. I just did. I don't know why. Usually I don't. Usually I get enough to build a bit of hype, and then I just pull off. And I'm like, all right, I know I'm going to play it. But the game was taking so long, I just had to dive in there and check it out. Because there were a lot of, like, for the longest time, the biggest question was, what's the minute-to-minute gameplay look like? And the guy was like, and it's clear he should have just went, well, this is the moment-to-moment game. But you see me walking from this rock to that rock and scanning stuff? Mm-hmm. That's it. Yep. That's literally it.
I saw a couple of IGN videos where he was playing with some of the guys from IGN, and they were just kind of like wandering around, and he was like, oh, hey, here's an animal, and he's like, oh, I'm just going to shoot it. And he shoots it, and then the sentinels come, and the sentinels kill him or whatever.
Sentinels are pussies.
Yeah, they can be. They can get pretty tough, though. Those laser-faced dog motherfuckers are kind of scary.
Yeah, I circled a rock.
Yeah.
I did the old circle tactic and just kept shooting him in the butt and going to the other side and shooting him in the butt, and he was dead.
It was weird that they could shoot like behind them. They like can stand in one space, like facing this way.
Asshole shots.
And the laser comes out of their face and goes back.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I was able to. One of those. There's buildings that are locked that you can shoot your way into, but sentinels that come after you. Yeah. One of those laser dog motherfuckers came at me, and I used my jump jet, got on top of one of the silos.
Oh yeah.
And then when I looked down, I was just shooting at him, and then he warped inside the silo.
Oh.
And then he just stayed there, and I was like, all right, cool.
Just locked him in.
Yeah, take that, bitch.
That's pretty cool.
No Man's Sky, no
it
tiger
certainly
things
has
land.
some odd glitches now that you bring that up. I mean, there's been plenty of times where I'll just try to take off and fly around a planet, and I'm just like launched into the stratosphere, and I have to like fly back down into the planet and shit like that.
Yeah, usually for me, that's when I like land too close to some kind of weird geometry.
Yeah.
And when I take
off,
like
ricochets.
Yeah, when I take off, it's like, oh, fuck, boom, and I'm in space, and it's like, holy shit.
Light speed.
I just hit a space elevator,
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You get on those updrafts, and they just kind of carry you away.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's got the same kind of a hook that a Minecraft or a Subnautica has, where you can play for literally 2 hours, and it feels like 5 minutes.
Yep. Yep.
And like in that 2 hour span, you won't realize that it's been 5 minutes. And I caught myself a few times being like, I'm kind of bored.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna shut it off. I've only been playing for holy fuck 2 hours. Maybe I wasn't as bored as I thought I was, and it just seemed like I was. You know, it had been 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But
it's insane how much is.
I think that the one gripe is pretty apt, where people are like, okay, yes, I get the hook for getting more stuff so I can upgrade my gear and buy a better ship and do all this stuff. But then once you get your favorite ship and all your suit upgrades, there's like nothing really.
Yeah.
Like everything just seems pointless after that.
Yeah.
Because really, yeah, it is. All you do is you want money for buying new upgrades and ships, right? So you pillage planets, sell it, then you upgrade your ship and stuff to get to the center. And at the center, supposedly, is where all the weirder stuff starts to come up, or like the bigger creatures and weirder planets, maybe. But yeah. I think a lot of the critiquing is coming from people that aren't necessarily that far into the center either. And they're just exploring a lot. Like people want to explore every part. Like I said that at the beginning. You were like months ago. You were like, yeah, I'm just going to go explore everything. I'm like, well, I'm going to fucking take my time and explore the shit out of every planet that I land on. Well, no, I'm fucking not. One of the first things I did was get into my spaceship and just fly around the planet. I was like, how long does it take to fly at full blast around a planet? And after 10 minutes, like the moon started, there was no moon. I couldn't see it. And then it slowly came up on the horizon and got up into the sky. And that was like 10 minutes of travel at full speed. And I was like, so I got to wait for that thing to go all the way around again? Good enough for me. The planet's huge. Like, I'm not doing that. No. And then couple that with the fact that the game, from a technical standpoint, is fucking immense. It's huge. It's massive. And that's an understatement, how big the actual universe is that you can go and explore.
It is.
It's fucked. It's a feat. It's an incredible feat that they have done with that system. And yeah, I just hope I see crazy things. Like, I don't really... once I get a ship that I'm comfortable with, and I'm like, yeah, this is fun to be in. I don't care if there's a faster one or a better one. Like, I just want a good-looking ship that I like and shit, and then I just want to go explore weird shit. So I'll get to the center of the galaxies, or closer to it, so I can see weirder stuff.
That's basically what I'm doing too. And there's some solar systems that you can't get to unless you have certain hyperdrive like enhancements and stuff like that, which is interesting. So I'm trying to, you have to like raid those places where you like bust in or whatever, and that's how you get those blueprints. The really intense blueprints are in there. So you got to do a lot of that. You got to fight a lot of sentinels. It's got to, I mean, you're mostly just doing the same thing over and over again to achieve your own sort of goal in this universe that's laid out for you, which is kind of cool. Yeah. And I mean, it's insane that basically like 90% of it is never really going to be seen.
Yeah, I don't know what the figure is there. Like, I'm sure there will be a core dedicated group to fucking mapping out the whole goddamn thing. Yep. I bet it'll have it just screams for it.
They apparently have like bots that are working while it's playing or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And they're just CPUs that are going out and naming solar systems just to populate things. Huh. Because he was saying that there wasn't going to be enough people to get to so much. So they had to...
Wasn't enough people, and yet he's telling people to log off because the servers are overloaded?
Are too crazy, yeah.
That's pretty funny. Yeah. It gives you an idea of how big the fucking game is.
Yeah. And you know what else is pretty nuts? I have the digital copy on my PS4.
Yeah, I got the physical.
It's only 6 gigabytes.
Yeah, it's small.
Yeah, it's just a small game. It's all cloud data, and it only really has to store what's like in your kind of immediate surroundings, right?
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a cool game.
I think it's pretty neat right now. I think it's an exciting start. Like, I don't think they have any intentions of they're like, hey, this is the game, have fun, see you later. They're not walking away from it. They've already talked about adding base building elements and crafting, more crafting shit, and who knows what else they can add to it. It's definitely a universe similar to Minecraft where you can definitely build on it and do stuff like that.
Yeah, and like you can, they're also going to add the ability to own those giant freighters that you see like hanging out in space there. I don't know what you're gonna be able to do. Like store stuff on them, maybe. I don't know. You can like mine planets and just like store it in there. You can like transfer it to that freighter.
Yeah.
Right, and fill up the freighter. And
I mean, obviously, the end all be all would be adding full fledged multiplayer in there, where it's like MMO-esque, where people are just all over this one server.
Yep.
But that's gonna be brutal. Like, there's gonna be a lot of assholes, man.
That'd
a lot of assholes just fucking destroying planets.
Yeah.
Just destroying them all, and then it's gone. And what do the rest of the people do? Fuck, like Alderaan all over again.
I don't think you can destroy planets in that game.
If it was multiplayer, I would go online and make a website, and I would get people to sign up for my fucking team, my kill squad, planetary eliminators. And we would take those disruption grenades that just destroys ground, and we would walk in rows of 30 people and just
wow,
fucking carpet bomb the shit out of a planet.
You've got a whole like corporation of these people,
and that was just one man on the spot coming up with that right now. Imagine what happens if the world has this.
You can't get that kind of manpower.
I can.
There's no way.
I can.
Plasma grenading the planets.
I would post that on Facebook, and people would flock to me. I would go viral. They'd be like, "Dude, I want to be a part of that. Where do I sign up?
What?
Let's destroy. Let's pump." Some people just want to watch it burn, man. I'm one of them.
Maybe
wouldn't that be fucking sick if you were just flying one day and you saw just a row of 40 to 50 people walking, just boom, boom, disrupting the planet? That would be badass.
I would be pretty stoked on that, actually.
It'd be one guy just like crying. My base was here. This was my home planet.
I was born on this planet.
I did that. Made him cry.
You destroyed it. You took it away from him.
That's power.
He has no home.
That's power.
I wonder what it feels like to be the man who lost their home planet.
We'll never know. Probably killed himself.
Because you can't be multiplayer in that game. That's why.
It's true. Yeah. Because if we do that, then there'd be a squad of fucking aerial fighters just killing us.
Yeah,
right.
It's true. They'd
right,
be taking you out.
But maybe it'd be more like Eve. There would be like fucking a whole ecosystem where people are like, "No, this is our home world. We're defending it. Fuck you."
I think you're thinking more like Star Citizen than
No
Man's Sky.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, if it opened up to multiplayer and just left it as is right now, those things could just happen. Like, they wouldn't even have to build, any reason. That stuff could and probably would just happen.
Yeah, it could
I think
happen.
that's pretty cool. But it's a pipe dream.
Yeah, it is.
The system's not built for that.
No, it's not. But it is a really fun game. I'm enjoying it for what it is. I think I said before that if you were just going from planet to planet, like looking at weird shit and naming it, then I would probably still like love that game and put 100 hours into it.
That is all it is right now.
And that pretty much is all it is.
How many hours do you figure you got on it right now?
I'm probably at like 25 or something.
Oh, yeah, you're more than me. I think I'm at like 20-ish.
Yeah,
maybe.
I'm about maybe 10 or
I haven't had a lot of time.
Maybe a dozen solar systems in there.
Just a dozen.
Just a dozen.
Just a dozen solar systems
jumped
out of that quintillion.
Yeah,
I believe is the number.
Well, quintillion planets.
Around.
So
yeah. Half a quintillion solar systems. Whatever.
I suppose.
3/4 of a quintillion.
I haven't found a solar system that was just empty before.
You have?
I have not. I wonder if that exists.
Wow, that sounds like a waste of space.
But that doesn't really matter. It's space. It does what it wants. Sometimes that sun. It's just not strong enough to pull in a couple planets.
Why would you add that in your algorithm?
Well, I don't know. To have nothing has to be there. You have to have nothings available.
Not
right?
True.
There's no way.
I've seen planets with no life on them.
Well, yeah, that's fine.
Not really. I hate that. It's boring as fuck.
There's a moon like right up there. There's nothing on that bitch.
Yeah, I get it. This is a game.
There's a whole bunch of planets in our solar system that have no life on them.
Well, I'm just saying, I'd make the game weirder than that.
Well,
every planet would have some form of life.
It's just what I'm saying. There has to be like lack of things for there to be excess of things as well.
I get it, but not really. Right? A lack of things could mean like 10 on the planet.
No, that's just like small amounts. No. That's not deficient.
I want to see planets I want to see animals on every planet.
No, there's that's not going to happen. That's just not. There's all the planets can't support life.
In this reality, not in the No Man's Sky reality where I can fly.
Well, it is
through space.
You just said it's in that reality as well.
No, I didn't.
What's your thesis on this game? What's your review, I suppose?
Well, I mean, we pretty much covered the gamut. It's a fun game that you can lose yourself in for hours. I think it definitely has its problems, and those problems come from a lack of content.
Yeah.
I think there is a lot of stuff there, but it's more of the same rather than diversity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in terms of things to do, it's like collecting one mineral is just the same as collecting the other, and
pretty much. Yeah.
And
but
shopping for ships is kind of cool. But it was like you just sit at a space station and watch them come and go, and you're like, I'll take that one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I wish the modifications for ships were a little bit more.
I really wish that the inventory was a bit bigger off the bat. It's kind of a pain in the ass because you can't really explore for that long. If you do want to explore, because then your inventory's full in fucking 5 to 10 minutes, and you're like, well.
But that's what drives you to do stuff. I think like I want to build up my shields and stuff like that because I just don't want to fucking charge them every 2 minutes. Like you can keep all the stuff to charge them, but it's just fucking annoying.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can do away with that annoying factor like quicker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's what I wonder how long it takes to actually go to the fucking center. Like I know you can like do the shortcuts and stuff like that, but I wonder how long it takes to actually go there.
Yeah, I don't know. From the people that have done it, they say it's a very long and arduous process.
Yeah,
they're like, I don't know. It's pretty grindy, and they all say that the end isn't worth it. The payout wasn't worth it. Huh. So I don't know
I feel
what's
like
there. I haven't spoiled it yet for myself.
I feel like you're kind of ruining it for yourself when you do that. When you,
I mean, we say that at this point, but these people are hundreds of hours
putting in
into
late nights trying to get to the center. Like nothing's gonna fucking reward you for that if you're putting in like 12-hour days to fucking do it.
It's not true. I've played lots of games for a couple hundred hours. Like I thought The Witcher was very rewarding at the end after a couple hundred hours.
You didn't like power to get to the end. This is what I'm saying that these people are doing right now. They're like the people who have finished, I think by now, are the people who've like been up all night.
Yeah, but everybody's saying that every like the general consensus is they all hit a wall where it's like, hey, there's nothing left to upgrade. There's nothing. So okay, now I'm just exploring, and they're seeing the same thing over and over again. Yeah. So and they keep hearing, oh, the crazier stuff's at the center, and then they go and they don't find any of it, and then they just go to the center because they're finally like, I gotta play Deus Ex soon or whatever, right? Like, yeah. So it makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know what is gonna be there. I don't know. I kind of hope that there's a lot of cool stuff to see. That's kind of just all I'm looking to do in this game anyway.
Like on the planets, not at the center.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck. Like, wasn't he saying that there's going to be like a game within a game?
I don't know. Yeah, he was very ambiguous about it.
He said that there was like a whole new thing once you get to the center.
Yeah, I don't know.
So but I feel like there isn't.
It doesn't sound like there is. No. Everybody that's got there so far is like, I'm done.
Yeah,
that's it for that game.
Exactly. So I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah, I guess we will have to eventually.
Yeah. It'll be a big day.
Yeah. A grand day.
Mm-hmm. If you had to give it a score, what would you give it out of 10?
Out of 10, an actual score? Oh, my. I don't know. I'm biased because I really like space games. So, I mean, it's a cool game. It does
like, that's fair. Throw all the bias you want in it. We're not a fucking conglomerate or review site or anything like that.
Yeah, it does something that other games have done. So I would give it probably a 7.9.
Whoa. Going up to 0.9. What would really bring it over to 8, you know? What's that one little thing that'll push you over a point?
Just a 0.1. I don't know, maybe just better AI and better. No, actually, you know what would give it a little bit better if you could actually crash into shit when you're on planets.
Oh yeah, that would be worth a lot more than 0.1. For me, 0.1 would be like throwing boobs on a loading screen or something. Like, yeah, you earned it.
That's only 0.1.
Yeah. Porn's free, bro. That's like a thank you. That's all that is.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the score for you?
I'm thinking 7-ish, around the 7 mark, probably, based off of what I've seen, and also I'm taking a little bit of the bias of what I've heard about the end game, as well, because I've been hosed recently by a lot of end games.
Yeah.
Fucking Division.
Yeah. Metal Gear Solid 5.
I didn't even make it that far. I got bored of it. Yeah, I don't know. That's it. Like, if you're into killing time, that game is great.
Yep.
Great time killing game.
Yep.
It is entertaining, and it's almost cathartic in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I definitely lost myself a few times. Yep. Girlfriend fell asleep in the bed, and I just put the headphones in. It's 5 a.m.
It's great with headphones. The music is amazing. It's really well done. Yeah, and I think it's supposed to be, the music is also supposed to be procedurally generated, but I don't know how that works.
I think walking around and finding out more info about the aliens is kind of a cool touch, and learning their language is neat. I wish they would give you more than one word per stone, but it makes sense because
you're going to be there for 200 hours.
Yeah. And I think what I'm saying is maybe I don't want to be there for 200 hours. Maybe that's too many planets.
I've already got quite a good amount of like Gek words, actually. So now a lot of the times I can get pretty much whole sentences.
Yeah, that's sweet.
And I'm only, like I said, I'm only a dozen systems in. So I feel like I'm like... I wish there was more words for me to find.
Oh yeah, fair.
Because I feel like I'm getting too close, even though that's only one of the, I think, 4 languages you can learn.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I also have quite a bit in some of the other ones.
As far as the storyline stuff that's going on, I don't fucking understand most of it.
I said no to that Atlas thing, so I don't have any of that going on in mind. Apparently, that was written by one of the guys who writes for Deus Ex.
Yeah, it's not even the Atlas stuff that I'm really talking about. It's all the other little things that going up to the monoliths and reading the little blurbs and excerpts that come up, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, they're all weird, but it's kind of cool. They're all like the Viking ones are mostly about like they're like heroic warriors and stuff like that, and like the Gek ones are all about like they're the first spawn and how they used to conquer shit. I mean, they all have their own little stories that you go through, which are pretty interesting and fun to read. But they don't really make a whole lot of sense because they're kind of like supposed to be like jumbled words from an ancient monolith that's being like pounded into your head. So,
yeah, that's fair.
It is cool. I like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's all we got to say about No Man's Sky. Finally, after I think three episodes roughly about No Man's Sky.
Yeah. At least touching on it.
Hot topic. We got a lot to say about it, obviously. We've been waiting for it for a while.
For so long. I wanted it.
Yep.
And now it's here.
Now it's in and around your mouth.
It is.
Yeah, No Man's Sky. It is Dude Pool approved. I say spend the money if you're looking for something to play and kill some time. Go for it. But you got to be in for the long haul and into a slow game.
Yeah.
Slow.
Yeah, you're not going to get to the end very fast. So
not very action-packed.
You're looking for a game to just beat or something, like a book to read and finish. You're not going to... it's not like that.
But like you, I'm a sci-fi fucking junkie, so the fact that you can just get in and fly around is crazy to me, and I love that. Seamless transition.
And you can literally just jump into a new solar system that no one else has ever seen, and you can name everything in it and find all this new stuff.
And that, to me, isn't that cool. And I say that because all the planets are very similar from what I've seen.
From what I've seen, it's very, very similar. Different shades of the same shit kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it all kind of follows its own sort of like physical pattern and mathematical pattern. So like certain like size and distance from like the sun and like all different things about the planet, what it's going to have. And how cold it is going to determine what other types of like formations of rocks are going to be on there and like that kind of stuff. So I think a lot of the time you get kind of locked into that sort of like this planet has to be like this. But I think in space that's pretty much what it's going to be like anyway, right? But
that might not just because it's super realistic that way doesn't necessarily translate to being good.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Generally, it does. It's the exact opposite. Yeah,
a lot of the time.
Well, and when your game's based on exploring planets,
you want them to be kind of funky.
That was my one concern with the whole game. I was like, how many times until I start seeing the same environments over and over again? Because it's going to get boring as fuck. And that is a huge gripe against the game, apparently.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of the same stuff. Yeah, that's literally just different shades of it.
And then going through a cave, all the caves look the same.
All the caves look the same.
And that's really all there is to it. There's underwater stuff. But
Underwater
you can
stuff is
barely
pretty
get
cool.
to a bunch of it. Like, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, you
that
can
can't breathe
upgrade
underwater.
it. You can upgrade
Yeah.
Well, it's like it decontaminates your air, is what it is. So you have to get filters, a better filter.
Yeah, so that's my problem with the upgrade stuff too. Like, by the time I get to those upgrades, I've seen all the fucking planets.
Yeah.
And I'm bored.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, do I need to be able to go deeper? Like,
Yeah. What am I going to see that's new that warranted the extra 10 hours of grinding? I don't know, but I did it.
But I really want to be able to just destroy those star freighters or whatever, those big fucking things.
Yeah,
up there,
I do
so
too.
I'm trying to upgrade my ship enough to be able to blow those fuckers
Cool.
up.
Yeah, as long as we're having fun with it.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm going to put hundreds of hours into it, so I know it's a good game.
Yeah, I can't say the same. I don't know if I'll put hundreds of hours into it. That's a lot.
Depending on how long it is. I mean, once I
you're at
get to
30
the center.
already, and you're saying you're seeing the same stuff already. So
Yeah, but I'm also like just stay on the same outskirts of of the galaxy, right? So
yeah,
if you move in, I was watching a friend play it last night, and I was seeing stuff I had never seen before.
who was that?
Jenny was playing.
Oh, she got it.
Yep.
Nice,
Jenny and Andy were playing it, and
Right
they
on.
were enjoying it.
Jandy.
Yeah, and yeah, their planets had a bunch of shit I'd never even seen.
Cool. Righteous, man. Well, yeah, No Man's Sky. Dude Pool approved.
DUDEPOOL approved.
That's pretty much all we got for this week. So if you like the show, make sure you hit that like button. That makes sense. It's fairly logical. Subscribe if you want to see us every week. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/officialdudeppoolgaming and on Twitter at DudePoolGaming. And we'll catch you next week. From us to you, we love you very much. And au revoir, muchacho. French and Spanish.
See you guys.